Good morning and welcome to Living Local 15. Thank you so much for joining me today. First up, the Allen County Public Library joins me in studio to share about their audio reading services and how this free tool is so beneficial to the community. Then I chat with the Hoosier Lottery and learn about their Jurassic Park giveaway, plus multiple chances to win big cash prizes. Then it's Money Monday with Foster Financial, and we are continuing to break down the big beautiful bill. And today we're going to discuss the impact of state and local taxes. Are you ready? Let's get started.
Fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
Did you know that our local library provides audio reading services designed for people who have difficulty reading traditional print materials? So instead, you can listen to these recordings of local and national newspapers, magazines, and so much more. So here to tell me all about it today is Monica Hadsall, who is the audio reading service manager at the Allen County Public Library. Hello, Monica.
Hey, Jessica.
Welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here. I'm excited.
Yes. Well, when I learned about this program recently, I said, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Like, people need to know about it because I think it's such a valuable service.
Yeah.
So just start off by giving me an overview of the audio services program.
Okay. Like you mentioned, our purpose is to provide audio access to written materials for people who have difficulty reading for various reasons. We have about 65 programs that air 24/7, and those programs pull from about 90 different sources. We prioritize local news and information, but we also have Indiana statewide and national publications as well.
Yeah. And there's so many reasons that people wouldn't be able to read, of course.
Yes.
Being blind, just having challenges with reading, just the literacy side of it.
Yeah.
What are some of the other reasons that people choose to use your program?
Oh gosh, yeah. Probably the primary listener is somebody who has some sort of visual disability or some kind of condition that makes it difficult for them to see materials. But we also help people who have maybe difficulty holding materials for physical reasons, even people who have difficulty comprehending or reading, learning disabilities. Any number of reasons that people have, there's stuff we don't even know. We even have a listener, I believe, who's allergic to newsprint, and that's a reason for using our service. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And then also, I think that it just really caters to anyone, because what if you are multitasking, or you just like to hear the news and not want to, read it, but you still want to stay tuned. So this is something that is broadcasted out on what platform?
Sure. Thanks to our local public media partners, PBS Fort Wayne broadcasts us freely on their 39.6 TV channel. And then WBOI also broadcasts us on their 89.1 HD2 channel, which you need to have an HD radio for, but the library loans those out for free, and you don't even have to have a library card. And then we are also online, streaming on-demand downloads. Our local programs are all available on podcasts. If you are at Parkview or Lutheran for some reason, we're on their TV system in there. Local retirement communities, we're pretty much everywhere you can imagine.
Yeah, I love
we try to reach people where they are. So
especially with the streaming, that makes it easy. So as they say, wherever you get your podcast, right?
Yep,
that's where they
right.
can find you. And so let's talk about some of the programming a little bit deeper, because I know that there's so much content that you're putting out.
Absolutely.
So what exactly is being read throughout the day?
Sure. So every morning that the Journal Gazette is delivered, Monday through Saturday, we have live readers that read with a partner on the air every morning. And so they read the Journal Gazette, and then we also read local and area newspapers around the Fort Wayne area, so everywhere from Auburn, Monroeville, Decatur, all those little smaller town newspapers, those get read on an area news program every day. And then we also air programs that have like the local Fort Wayne, like business magazines, Fort Wayne Magazine, Glow, a lot of the local publications, and then Indiana statewide. We also do some maybe more niche type publications. We have programming for LGBTQ, we have El Mexicano y Más, and just a wide variety of programs, and even, and then on to the national publications like Time Magazine and Smithsonian and The Atlantic and Wall Street Journal. Pretty much anything you can imagine that's printed, we try to provide it.
Yeah,
So,
and let's talk about who's reading, because I think it's so cool that you have just a volunteer base of people in the community who come out to help provide this service to people who really need it.
Yeah. So our department is really small. We have a staff of only 4 people. So we rely on community volunteers to come in and read for us. And we have, I believe, 105 currently that come in and read for us. And there are sort of 3 different categories of volunteer. Like I mentioned, we have the category of live reading volunteers who come in and they read the Journal-Gazette live in the mornings. And then we also have recorded volunteers who come in and they record other programs. They come in once a week, read their program, and record it, and then that's edited and broadcast at a later date. And then the third contingent of volunteers are substitute volunteers who come in and they cover when those other volunteers aren't available. So,
I love it. I mean, listen, I think it's a good opportunity to give back, but also anyone who's ever wanted to try out broadcasting, they're like, I have a voice for radio. They can put those skills to the test.
Yes. And there's always the joke too of somebody having a face for radio, and we take those people too.
I love it. Okay, so if people, I know this is a free service, so basically, do they have to be a part of the library or a member of the library to participate? I guess probably not. I just worked that out myself.
No, anybody can listen. It's freely available. We do, an additional service that the library does provide is that radio, that HD radio. If somebody doesn't have one or have access to one, and they aren't comfortable using their TV, or they maybe don't have data, or maybe don't have a good Wi-Fi connection or internet or something, then the library will loan out a free HD radio. You do not have to have a library card, so anybody in the area can do it. And it is a lifetime loan, so you don't have to return it after a certain period of time. You just return it whenever you're done.
Wow.
We'll take it back. The only catch, if there is one, is that you do have to register with us so that we know where those radios go. But that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
Try to make it easy.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Monica.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
And telling us about this really cool program.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes. And if you would like more information about the Allen County Public Library and all of the services that they provide, we'll have their website listed below, and I'll see you after the break.
Have an idea for the show? Want to find out how you can be a guest? Contact us at livinglocal15@wayne.com.
This segment sponsored by the Hoosier Lottery. How would you like to win a trip to Jurassic Park, or at least the filming location, which is in Hawaii? The Hoosier Lottery's newest game offers players a chance to do just that. And here to tell us all about the new game and how to enter it is our friend Sarah Taylor, the Executive Director of the Hoosier Lottery. Hey there, Sarah.
Hello, thanks again for having me.
Yes, welcome back. It is so great to see you as always. And I know that every time you come, you have some exciting new news. And today it's all about the new game that you're offering and a trip to Hawaii. Is that right?
That is right, absolutely. We're so excited to launch our newest game, Jurassic Park. This new $5 scratch-off features 2 different ticket designs, each with images from the iconic movie, so players can relive the fun and excitement of the original movie.
Okay, that is so cool because Jurassic Park, of course, is a classic that people love. I mean, from the original film and all the remakes. So I think that it's just an exciting, theme that people can be enthused about. So tell me more about the tickets and what players can actually win.
So the new scratch-off provides players 18 and older a fun way to indulge in a little Jurassic Park nostalgia. The top prize is $75,000, but we're also offering a My Lottery Second Chance promotion in which players can win a trip to Hawaii. The adventure awaits.
I love that because that sounds like so much fun. I mean, especially must we say the trip to Hawaii. So how can players actually enter to win this big prize?
So first, they'll need to be 18 and older to enter and win. Secondly, they'll need to be a My Lottery member, which is our free player loyalty program. If they're not already a My Lottery member, they simply sign up at HoosierLottery.com and enter their non-winning Jurassic Park tickets for a chance to win. And current members just need to log into their account and enter their non-winning tickets.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so this trip to Hawaii sounds amazing. So can you give us more details about the trip?
Yes, we'll draw for 7 Hoosier Lottery grand prize winners that will win a 6-day trip for 2 to Oahu, Hawaii, where much of the movie was filmed. And while they're in Hawaii, 7 grand prize winners will also participate in a promotion with winners from other lotteries for the chance to win up to $1 million.
Ooh, wow. Okay, so they get a trip to Hawaii and a chance to win $1 million. Okay, that really sounds so fun. And so when's the deadline? Because, people got to get their entries in.
Well, that's what's so interesting. This deadline for Jurassic Park Second Chance Drawing is June 30th of 2026, so almost a whole year away.
Oh, wow.
So players need to be sure to hold on to their tickets because they will need to present their tickets to claim their prize. Visit HoosierLottery.com for all the game rules.
Okay, so this new scratch-off sounds like so much fun, and that's amazing that they get a year to be able to enter. But speaking of scratch-offs, I learned a fun fact that the Hoosier Lottery sold its first ticket way back in 1989, right?
That is correct. We are now 35 years old and celebrating our anniversary and 35 years of giving back to the state of Indiana.
Wow, what a milestone. Happy anniversary to you and your team, Sarah. That's so amazing. And I know that the funds from the lottery actually goes back to our state. Can you explain a little bit about where it goes and how it helps us out?
Yes, every year the Hoosier Lottery contributes $30 million to the Teachers Retirement Fund and another $30 million to the local police and firefighter pensions. We also contribute to the Lottery Surplus Fund, which is used to lower excise taxes by up to 50% for our Hoosier vehicle owners. We're so proud of the $7.7 billion the Hoosier Lottery has generated for the state of Indiana over the past 35 years. Giving back to good causes is all part of the Hoosier Lottery's commitment to helping build a stronger, safer, smarter Indiana.
For sure. I mean, 35 years of giving back is quite an accomplishment and a milestone. So that's so exciting. And me knowing you, Sarah, you probably have something very exciting planned to commemorate the anniversary this year. So what are you guys going to do?
Well, we do. Thank you. This year at the Indiana State Fair, we will feature a daily happy hour to celebrate the anniversary. Players 18 and older will have a chance to enter a drawing where they could be one of 6 daily happy hour winners who will win between $100 and $500 in instant cash.
Wow, that's exciting. So many giveaways. I mean, it just makes it so much fun because, of course, the Indiana State Fair is just such a fun place to go. People love to go and to also see the concerts at the Hoosier Lottery Free Stage.
That's right. This year, besides featuring those several entertaining musical acts, the Hoosier Lottery Free Stage will also be the setting for a very big giveaway. One player has a chance to win up to $35,000.
Wow. Okay. So that sounds really exciting. And I just want to congratulate you again for 35 years for this big anniversary. And thank you so much, Sarah, for joining us today.
Oh, and thank you for having me. And we just always remind people and players to keep their play positive, set a limit, know the game, and keep it fun. Thank you.
Yes, you're so welcome. Take care.
You too.
And if you would like more information about the Hoosier Lottery, we'll have their website listed below, and look out for this new Jurassic Park Scratch-off game. And I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by the Hoosier Lottery.
Follow us on social media at Living Local 15.
This segment sponsored by Foster Financial. Welcome back to Money Monday with Foster Financial, and we have been discussing the big beautiful bill and components of it that can affect you and your retirement. And joining me today is Caleb Doan, their Vice President. Hey there.
Hi.
Okay, so let's dive in deeper. So we've just had two really great conversations over Money Monday and Wealth Wednesday, discussing the big beautiful bill and areas of the taxes. So at first we discussed
we just the kind of extension of the 2017 tax brackets and how those have been reduced permanently now. And then I think on Wealth Wednesday, we talked a little bit about the senior bonus, kind of that new deduction that's aimed at reducing the amount of taxes that people are paying on Social Security kind of in a roundabout way. And then today, one of the big changes that we wanted to talk about is the state and local tax deductions, or what you'll often hear called SALT deductions, because there's a big change to that too.
Okay, well, that's so interesting. So if you didn't catch the first two, go back and watch it. Important information. Okay, so state and local taxes affects us in Indiana, right?
Yeah.
And so let's talk about SALT and what are the changes?
Yeah, so I guess one of the big things to kind of understand first is that when people do their taxes, you eventually get to take a deduction, right? So that reduces your taxable income a little bit, and you can either take the standard deduction, which is a set amount of money, or you can take the itemized deduction. And so we're going to be talking about things that kind of make up that itemized deduction section today. A lot of people know about the donations to charities is one big thing that kind of makes up the itemized deductions. There's also medical expenses. There's, interest payments on like your mortgage, for example. But a big piece of that is state and local tax deductions. So you can itemize some of your state and local taxes that you pay. The taxes that you pay to Indiana, the taxes that you pay to, whatever county that you're in, as well as your property taxes too. You get to deduct that from your federal income taxes. Previously, those state and local taxes, the amount that you could deduct was capped at $10,000. And so somebody might be paying, $25,000 or $30,000 a year in state and local taxes. Well, they could only deduct $10,000 on their federal income taxes. Now that cap has been raised up to $40,000. And so you can deduct a lot more from those state and local taxes, which can then, of course, save folks money.
Okay, that's a lot of state and local taxes, $25,000 to $30,000. But of course, that means that they're making a very high income.
Yeah, exactly.
to hit those tax amounts. And so that is interesting how you break down the itemized and the preset.
Yeah, the standard
because
deduction.
it's like it's hard to decide. Like I've gone through before and like, oh, let me itemize this, and then at the end it's like, well, the preset will give you a bigger deduction.
Right, exactly.
So it is natural to want to gravitate towards the preset. So I think it's fascinating that you're saying that itemized could actually work out for a lot of people.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who previously, were taking the standard deduction who with this new change might then want to itemize. They might be able to write off enough to now itemize. And so I'll be interested to see if this, changes how much people donate, for example, because now if they're actually getting a deduction on their income from itemizing and being able to write off what they're giving to charity, maybe they'll donate a little bit more too. So this certainly is a very big change. And some of the other changes like the senior bonus, the extra depreciation or deduction that you get to take, that's more so targeted towards those lower and middle income earners. The state and local tax deduction cap raising is going to impact more of the kind of middle to high earners. So if somebody makes $100,000 to $500,000 a year, this is really going to impact them because they're the ones that are paying a lot in those state and local taxes. They might have a really big house that they're paying a lot in property taxes on. They might have a big mortgage and they're paying a lot of mortgage interest on it. And so this could push a lot of people into itemizing, and then they're able to write off a lot more of their taxes.
Interesting. Let's dive into that a little bit. So state and local taxes includes those property and housing taxes under that umbrella?
Yeah. The state and local taxes will include, the income tax that you pay to Indiana, the local taxes that you pay, as well as your property taxes. And so that's one thing a lot of clients have talked about this year with me in our meetings, is that they're saying, man, my house got assessed so much higher than what it was in the previous year. I'm paying a lot in property taxes now. Now, if you're itemizing, you'll be able to write off a lot more of that, which can be a really good thing for taxpayers.
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge jump. So to go from $10,000 now up to $40,000, but then when you hit that $500,000, you know,
right.
just $500,000.
Right, big problem. Right? Yeah.
When people hit $500,000 in income, that deduction opportunity starts to go down.
Exactly. Yeah. So that cap starts to get reduced there. This is also a provision that isn't permanent in the tax code. So the tax brackets staying at that kind of shifted down marginal tax brackets from 2017, that's permanent.
Okay.
But the state and local taxes, I think, is set to end, I want to say, in 2030, I believe. And so we have a few years of it with that higher state and local tax deduction. This is also going to impact some of those states that have higher state and local taxes even more, right? So if you're in New York or California, you're just paying a higher percentage in general. And so being able to write off a little bit more is going to be big there. For states like, you know, Florida or Texas, I think, that don't have state income tax, this might not impact them as much because there's just nothing to write off. But at least they'll still have, you know, property taxes maybe.
I've lived in the highest in California, and I've lived in in Texas.
In Texas, yeah. So you know
so
the
now
whole
I'm
gamut.
right in the middle.
Right, exactly.
That is hilarious. But Caleb, I must say, to just throw out like, 2030 sounds insane, but it's like 5 years from now.
Right, it's going to be here in a flash for sure. So
what is happening? Okay. Well, thank you for keeping us updated.
Yeah, thank you.
And if you would like more information about Foster Financial, we'll leave their website and phone number listed below. And guess what? They offer complimentary consultations, so you can give them a call and get your finances checked out. And I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by Foster Financial.
Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group. Go to the Living Local 15 page on WANE.com for recipes from the show, to watch a segment again, and to get information on products and services featured on Living Local 15. Content segments during today's Living Local 15 were paid for by these sponsors.